Hey everybody, it's Dan with Philosophical Fishing. Thanks for coming back for another video. If you're new here, please feel free to like and subscribe, or if you're just returning, feel free to like. If you're interested in my coaching, there's a link tree down in the description, or you can visit my website, philosophicalfishing.com, and there's a lot more information over there, as well as my coaching. So thanks for coming back for another video, and I was thinking about what would be a good topic for this video, and I was really thinking a lot this past week about mindset and how important that is when you're going through the process of healing from psych drugs or benzodiazepines. And I know I've talked about this in other videos, but there's a little trick that I used to use when I was going through a particularly bad wave. And what I would tell myself is that this is my body getting better. I would picture, it sounds stupid, I know, but just bear with me. I would picture and by the way, I didn't come up with this. I heard this from somebody else in one of the groups and I thought it was brilliant. So I just wanted to share it again with you. But I would picture my body as like this building, right? And there was like a little man inside my body and he was going around the building and he was fixing different rooms. He was working on the plumbing. He was working on the electrical, and anytime something would have to be fixed in this building or something malfunctioned and the little man in the building would have to go fix it, I would picture as that's what was happening in my body as I was going through a wave. There was something damaged from the drugs that needed to be repaired or replaced, and the bad wave that I was in, the bad symptoms that I was experiencing was the result of this little handyman walking through the building that was my body and repairing whatever it is that had to be fixed. So I hope the illustration makes sense to you. I know it's a little silly, but whatever. It goes towards the process of healing, and it goes towards the process of being able to accept when you're in a wave. And the powerful visualizations that you use can really, really help you as you're going through benzo withdrawal and benzo damage and psych drug damage, because there's basically two ways that you can look at it when you're in a wave. And I know this is a gross oversimplification, but again, bear with me. It's easy to get dragged down when you're feeling like crap. When you don't feel good, it's easy to focus on the negative symptoms that you're having and really get discouraged, depressed, and anxious about what's happening to you. That goes without saying. So the other thing that I try to do is I try to say, how can I navigate through this in a way that's going to be beneficial to me? And I had to do that because I just did not want to get dragged down into the mud anymore. I knew that if I focused on the negative symptoms, if I went on the Facebook groups and just bitched about it, I knew that there was going to be a whole lot of other people that were going to want to bitch about it right along with me, and we could have a big old salty bitch fest. And I just did not want to go down that road because I knew that it wasn't going to help me. So I had to find ways to try to deal with it. And one of the ways, what I'm talking about right now, is using visualization and utilizing the power of your imagination, your thought, your emotions, to try to heal yourself. And it really is powerful. There's a lot of people that talk about how powerful mindset is, about how powerful visualization is. And it doesn't just apply to benzo damage, it actually applies to so many other things in life. I use visualization all the time. I picture myself healed. I picture myself doing well. I picture myself abundant in life. I picture myself joyful, happy with the people that I'm around. And I think that when I practice doing that, there's a lot of people that talk about manifestation and law of attraction. And, I'm into all that stuff too, but particularly for healing your physical health, your emotional health, your mental health, I think there's a lot to be said about withdrawing your attention from the problem all the time and beginning to put your focus on the way that you want to feel, which is kind of putting your attention on the solution, right? You want to get away from feeling bad. You want to get away from the negative symptoms that you're experiencing and you want to feel something different. And it's like, well, how do you get from A to B? And what I'm saying again is that visualization is one way to do that, and it's one way to cope with the symptoms. And not only that, I take it a step further, and I'll go so far as to say that using this technique, using visualization, picturing, your body being healed as you're going through horrible waves, actually goes towards healing and actually will facilitate healing. And I say that because I've practiced it for many years now, and I've seen over and over again that it actually works. And I attribute a lot of my healing to the fact that I practiced this when I was busted and all jacked up, and after I had come out of the treatment center that I was in, and I felt horrible. And even in that state, I began to practice visualization and feeling better, and how do I want to feel, and how am I gonna cope with this. And also, I'm speaking from experience that this does help you. And coming up with different visualization practices for you, it might entail something else. I use it during meditation as well, where I'll picture breathing in white and blue light, and I'll picture that light healing whatever part of me, is damaged. For me, a lot of it is still benzo belly. So I envision inhaling blue and white light into my belly, into my chest, into my abdomen, and the blue and white light going all through my body every time I inhale. And then I exhale out any darkness, any of the damage that's in me, and I keep breathing in, breathing out, breathing in the light, breathing out the darkness. And the brain is a powerful tool, man. It really is. I mean, if you look into placebo effects, placebo effects are actually effects that will change you, will change your actual physiology. These things have been documented time and time again. The placebo effect is actually a real effect, and it's your belief. And that's really what it comes down to, is the belief that you have about your healing, and the belief that you have about your body's capability to heal. And I believe that these are powerful, powerful things. And, without sounding too dogmatic about this stuff, I like to think of it like this too, am I just willing to believe that I can heal myself? I don't even have to, say absolutely 100%, I believe that using visualization is going to heal me, because how do you know unless you've actually experienced it? And even then, how do I really know? I don't. So I just say, I'm just willing to believe that I can heal myself. I'm just willing to believe today that using visualization, positive mental attitudes, and, picturing a little man in my body running around, repairing stuff when I'm in a wave, I'm willing to believe that that can help me and that can heal me. And if I just come to it with just a little bit of willingness, just having a little bit of, open-mindedness that this might help me, that can go a long, long way. And so I would just encourage you today to just have a little bit of willingness, and catch yourself when you're going through a wave, when you feel really bad, and, you want to jump on Facebook or whatever, and you want to just, tell everybody about how terrible you're feeling. Well, you're actually just giving that more energy, because where attention goes, energy flows. And if you're giving that more attention, you're giving it more energy. So the suggestion that I would make is take your attention away from that and put your attention on, how do you want to feel? How do you want to feel when you're healed? And how do you want to live your life? What do you want to be able to do with your life when you make it through benzo damage? Start envisioning that. Start picturing that. Start taking a little bit of quiet time for a 5-minute meditation, and start incorporating the emotion that you want to feel. Breathe that into your body. Let yourself experience that as much as possible. Take your attention away from the negativity, and then just see how you feel. It's not going to hurt you. I promise you that. And if you start feeling a little bit better, you might think, okay, maybe there's something to it. Maybe this is a practice that I can incorporate into my healing journey now. That's what I did, and I swear that it helps, and I swear that it works. And so I still practice it today. It's now July 2023, and in September of this year, I'll be 8 years free from benzos. And so here I am 8 years later, still talking about it and still telling you about these things that I've used time and again that really, really help me. You know, and if you want to explore this a little bit further, feel free, sign up for a coaching call and let's talk about it. And I would love to help you guys navigate through this. This is a powerful, powerful tool that I use to this day. Like I said, I was just doing it outside on my back porch. I just came in from using positive visualization. So I hope I said something in this video that helps you guys. As always, if you have any suggestions about content you'd like to see me talk about, please leave me a comment. Feel free to reach out. Email me, philosophicalfishing@gmail.com. I'd love to connect with you guys. Let me know how you're doing. I love you. I'll see you in the next video.